Hello, beautiful spirit. Come through and welcome to another episode of Come Through, where I share life experiences, my personal experiences, so you can learn and grow with me, learn through me. And I often tell people I'm a cheat sheet for the week. But today's episode is a bit different. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. So this video is why I left IG, Facebook, Amazon, etc. for over a year. All right. So a lot of times I get this ask like, oh, I get people tell me, just text me through Facebook or just get in the Facebook group. I'm in a couple of women's group and they're like, oh yeah, just find the group on Facebook. Well, last January, coinciding with the current administration, I saw a lot of changes. Okay. So I left and it made me make some serious choices. So when this administration came in, our current administration, I refused to even speak his name or their names. Okay. It's like if you're a part of Harry Potter, it's like he who shall not be named. All right. To me, is equivalent to Voldemort. Okay. And I'll say that name. Okay. But anyway, I saw a lot of changes happening. And Spirit had kind of warned me ahead of time of some major changes that were happening. And so when I started seeing the writing on the wall of how some things were getting manipulated, I decided, and I learned this a long time ago, especially when I was studying a lot of the social workers and movers and innovators and basically groundwork people are warriors, if you I should say, that worked with social injustice throughout the years. One thing they often tell you is your money is the most powerful tool you can utilize in this world. And I just wish that more people could understand the power of what happens when you set aside your dollars for what really counts. Prime example was Jimmy Kimmel. When he was threatened and kicked off the air and everything, all hell broke loose because people start canceling their membership, their Disney memberships and Hulu's and everything else to make appointment. Make a point of it. Excuse me, Mercury retrograde is all at an all high, and honey, it's hard for me to sleep. And at this point, talk. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a college try and keep it moving. Y'all, it's come through. All right, so please bear patience with me. But anyway, so one of the things that again I had learned was your dollar matters, and if more people can understand the power of the dollar and boycott from certain things, my first example of it was the boycott of Alabama, the bus boycott. And when folks decided I'm not riding the bus, I'm not spending my money, and people were apt to listen, you know? And so those kinds of tactics and strategies I've witnessed, so I can name a whole list of them. But right now I'm just giving those two, the Jimmy Kimmel and the bus boycott of Alabama, to give a general idea of how power is in the hands of the people if they utilize the currency that they have. And remember, your dollars is a source of energy. It is a tool. It is a source of energy that we use to exchange for goods. So when that is taken away from these big conglomerate companies, yeah, they freak out and they're willing to listen and make some necessary changes if there's enough of a demand going around. Target is a prime example of what that looks like. They're still struggling to figure out the best way to gravitate and gain back Black shoppers, even though you still have a lot of people still shopping, and including a lot of Black people. I'm still shopping. And I wish people have all fell suit with that also with Walmart, but neither here nor there. So what I did was last January, I stopped messing around with IG, TikTok, IG, Twitter, Target, Walmart, Amazon, Any big brand box companies, Whole Foods, I say, and I was a big Whole Food shopper. I stopped going there. I paused my membership with Amazon because you can do that, FYI, and you can pause. They've been begging the mess out of me to go ahead and reactivate it. Nope, giving me discounts. Nope, don't want it. I'm good. And I'm glad that I did that. I did. And the main reason what happened was their values were not in alignment with my values. So these CEOs, these big conglomerates, my belief system, my value system was totally out of alignment with theirs. I understood what theirs is. They're in business to make money. I get it. So screw the little people if you have to, or don't be bothered with them, or you go who's king at the moment, right? So that was number one. And then I saw how the scare tactics over the removal of DEI, which is the diversity, inclusion, and equity, is utilized. Diversity, equity, and inclusion policies were being used as with bullying tactics to get rid of them. And how many caved so quickly. I took notice of that. If they were able to do that overnight without hesitation, question, or concern of how it might affect those out here who are brown skin, dark skin, brown skin of another culture, and just iced the minorities, women, it just iced out all the wonderful things that actually DEI was about in supporting. And there was some kind of crazy jargon being spread about how that was racist or something as reverse racism. DEI it was a narrative that was being spewed out, and it was insane. So yeah, I got off of that because of that. And then I got notes. So the only reason why I'm down here looking is because I have notes. And then again, I learned a long time ago that, you know what I'm saying, your money is your energy. And so I stopped doing it. And a lot of the pros that I will say I learned from that moment was that it encouraged me to go support small businesses. It made me go out here and find these wonderful mom and pop shops that I love. I, to this day, love supporting because I finally left out of the big box stores to go check out their neighborhood stores around that had better quality, better customer service. I could get in and get out. I got warranties up the wazoo. And it's like you come and it's like gifts. I had a wonderful experience by introducing myself to other alternatives than just going straight to a Target or Walmart or Whole Foods. I started going more so since I had nixed out Whole Foods. I started going to Trader Joe's. I started going to Sprouts and finding out they had better sales prices and quality foods and choices, more interesting choices than the other part. And so again, it's been a wonderful ride. And now I have more and more people telling me I need to come back to IG because I'm in the entertainment business. And so I'm still meditating on that. We're in the lunar full moon of Virgo right now as I'm recording this. And so a lot of meditation, a lot of ahas, and we're in Mercury retrograde. So I'm reassessing, reevaluating. If you follow any of my spiritual work and journey, and this channel, you're very much aware that Mercury retrograde is the season of So again, reviewing, assessing, reevaluating what works best for me and what doesn't, and let me leave it alone. If it doesn't work best for me, leave it alone. And so we're in that season again, and I'm having a whole lot of people telling me again, if they using us, honey, it's time to use them back. So I think I've been thinking I'm going to keep meditating on it. I'm thinking of going back on, but with limitations for my own sanity, which is I will avoid purchasing anything from these. Like I know a lot of people sell products and things like that. I don't know. I'll figure out what it is, but For the most part, yeah, I gotta figure out what's best or what works best for my soul and my spirit to if I decide to go back to those particular platforms. I can tell you this, I definitely have left Twitter alone. Twitter has lost its freaking mind, as well as its owner. So I definitely, so I mess with Blue Sky. So I found creative ways to utilize social media in other ways versus what has been stuffed down our throat. And so a great alternative to Twitter is Blue Sky. You can find me on Blue Sky at Your Clarity Queen. All my other platforms, I'm still on TikTok, but I'm getting to see that a lot of people are going or getting away from TikTok now that they've done this merger. And if you have not read the fine print or don't have time to read the fine print, please check out. A lot of these lawyers decided to go on YouTube and give you the breakdown as to what the heck those policies are now wanting you to sign over in your content. So, yeah, I would suggest that you please take some time to look at those videos. It's a lot going on that a lot of people are signing away and don't even know what they're signing away. So I have found platforms like Upscroll, Substack, and a couple of other things that I've found to work with. I canceled my Zoom subscription, and now I work with Podcastle. Okay, so I do a lot of my videos on Podcastle now. So again, let it if that is something that you are willing to do, try out, test out, then I promise you, please let me know what your results were. I promise you was so cathartic for me, and it's been over a year because I started in January of last year, and we are now in March. So I did more than a year. And I'm still alive. I'm still alive and I'm still okay. And I'm still able to get the products that I want and those that I could not get that was easy accessible. And that's another thing I found out. When you go to straight directly to the businesses versus getting the stuff off of Amazon, it winds up being higher quality products. I have also learned that too. A lot of the stuff that they've been selling on these other platforms, they're either almost getting ready to expire or there's something else behind it or it's a lower grade of things. My husband had to break down to me about whether or not I bought a particular cold medicine from Walmart than I did at let's say a who would sell that? Then that's crazy because I was about to use the example of NyQuil, but the funny part about it is, guess what? NyQuil is not even sold in Sprouts and Trader Joe's. Makes you go, because Sprouts and Trader Joe's are all about something healthier, a healthier lifestyle. But I find it amazing certain things. Oh, here's a good perfect one. So Walgreens, and that the quality of the, let's say the NyQuil, we're using that as an example, is not as great in the what's being sold at Walmart as it is at Walgreens. And so we had to do one of those side by sides, and he was on point about some things. And so all I have to say is that is why you have not seen me on Facebook, you have not seen me on IG, but you have seen me on Twitter. And you are now going to see me on these other platforms, my dear. But I had to finally make the video as to why I did what I did. And I may come back to those platforms or I may not. I don't know. Again, I've also come to the space and place in my life where if it doesn't bring me peace or joy, because I choose me, if it doesn't bring me peace and joy, I don't need it. So, I don't need it. It needs us. Keep that in mind. In order for that kind of stuff to work and operate, it needs people. Those platforms need people to engage in it. Because the first time we don't engage, stocks go down and they panic. And then they're willing to asking questions. What can we do to get you back on? And that is what each and every one of those platforms have done once they noticed that I was gone or I canceled subscriptions or wherever the case may be. Where are you coming back? Do this, get some credits, join this, put your products there. It's insane. But yes, so that's what happened. That's if you had a question as to where I've been and you've been on following me on IG or Instagram, not is there a Facebook or any of the other platforms, that is why, my dear. Or if you were looking for me in Amazon, or if you asked me to download something or buy something on Amazon, yeah, it ain't happening. Okay, or Whole Foods. And to be honest, I think I'm gonna keep with that, even with the whole Target and Walmart. Just because I'm making this video doesn't mean that I'm going back to those. I'm happy with what I found in supporting smaller businesses and buying direct. It helps a lot. I get more coupons and loyalty like incentives by going directly to the websites and the owners and supporting that. So yeah, so that's my quick, I'm glad, 15 minutes. And as always, beautiful spirit, continue to what? Shine your light. I am a firm believer if everyone was to shine their light, and I mean brightly shine their light, no one will be in darkness, because you never know what you or who you may inspire, my dear. And so, why am I sitting up here? This is so crazy. I just finished doing the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse video. And so, one of the things that Virgo brings about is a balance of work, life, health, all those things. So, this is a perfect time as to why I had to protect my mental. And now I'm explaining why I left those platforms. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Come Through. As always, like I said, you can follow me at yourclarityqueen.com, my website. Come check me out. And if you have any other questions, concerns, or anything that you would like for me to answer, by all means, put some suggestions down below. I'm here to share, my dear. And see you. Hey, I'm going live. I am going live every Thursday. From this point on, I'll be going live every Thursday, 6 o'clock Pacific time. And that'll be 8 o'clock Central and 9 o'clock Eastern. Or Mountain. That'll be what? 5 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I can't keep up. I don't know. Figure that out. Do the conversion. But I will be going live every Thursday. So that's either with live music or live tarot readings. All right. So the platforms that I am using and that I mentioned, like I said, Upscroll, Blue Sky, TikTok for now, YouTube for now, because I've been watching that as well, and I know who owns that. So, just look, even Google have been tripping. So I've been stepping away from Google and start using DuckDuckGo. Like I said, learning a lot of things, and so I'm glad I was able to find alternatives. And I encourage you to also, if it's coming to a space and a place where you're tired of covering for these big wigs or supporting and supplying their mansions and big yachts and glamorous weddings and even more glamorous divorces, okay, and want to spend your money with someone else or whatever, please do your research. It doesn't have to be the ones that I've named. Do your research and find alternatives, because one thing is for sure, they never take us serious until we start pulling away our resources and our energy and our time. Then we get a listening ear. That's the only time. Only time. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. Seen it several times. All right. And yes, it doesn't happen overnight, but one thing is for sure, we have to unite. All right. So keep that in mind. I love you. Till next time. And I thank you again for stopping by and enjoying Come Through. Yes, in this podcast. All right. Take care and bye.